show you how to use our Chrome extension designed to help you easily filter internal traffic from your GA4 reports. So once you have downloaded the extension, head over to the extensions manager and click on these three little dots and go to the options. This will bring you to the setup page where you can add your domains where you would like to filter the internal traffic. Now, there's just one thing that you have to know here, and that is this little setting called apply globally. So as mentioned here, the subdomains are treated individually for all the domains, which means that if you add a domain here and you do not check this box, then the internal traffic flag will apply only to the domain that you have added here. However, if you would like to include all the subdomains as well, along with your root domain, then just click on this checkbox right here. So if I have to add my domain trackfunnels.com and I click on apply globally and click on save, this would mean that all the subdomains included within trackfunnels.com will also be flagged for internal traffic. If you would like to not include the subdomains, then just keep this unchecked. Okay, once you have saved your preferences, make sure that the extension is turned on. And if you go to the extensions manager, you would not be able to turn it on from here, but what you have to do is click on this pin and this will have your extension appear right here. Click on the extension now and there's this toggle for switching it on. So you can just click on this and this will turn on the extension. And now you can relax and go ahead and go to your domains and all the traffic will be then categorized as internal in your GA4 reports. Now there are a couple of ways to verify this information. One of the ways is to just head over to the domain that you have added here and once you're there, you have to go into the Chrome developer tools by clicking on that inspect link and go to the network tab. And what you can do now is you just have to refresh the page in order for the request to reappear. And since there are a lot of requests, you're gonna have to filter the specific request that we are interested in. And I'm just typing Google Analytics here in this filter, which will filter out all the other requests that were sent. And we're seeing now only Google Analytics requests that were sent from our domain. Now you will see that there are two of these. One of them is a redirect, which means that the original request that was being sent to GA4 was intercepted by our extension because this domain is now added into our extension and our extension is turned on. And so this intercept basically redirects that request to a new request that has the parameter for the internal traffic recognition appended to the entire request, which you see right here, right? So I click on here, so I click here and then go to the headers. Actually, this is the default view. And in the request URL, the TT equals internal, TT stands for traffic type, equals internal will be, you will see that here. All right, so that's one way to verify if your extension is working fine. You can now go to also like any other URL that you are interested in, where there might be a Google Analytics call, and you will see that this parameter will not be appended there because in the extension I haven't saved any other URL, just trackfunnels.com. If I go to a subdomain of trackfunnels, and because I added a global setting, it means that even for my subdomains this will apply. So you can see like there are two additional calls that went out, and these were again redirect calls. These were redirected to another. And here you can see that this is the, actually let me just refresh the whole thing. So just to make it more clear. And the filter is still applied. So you see like these two requests that were sent to GA4. So if I click on one of these, then you don't see the TT equals internal parameter because this was redirected. And here's the other one, which it was redirected to through our extension intercept, and this one contains tt equals internal. Ignore the other two calls which you see right now here. It's just like incorrect setup of Google Analytics. It's just firing twice, so this wouldn't work. This wouldn't happen with your website, so don't worry about that. Okay, so that's like one way to verify if your setup is working correctly. The other way is to go to your analytics account and check there if everything is working fine there. So I'll go to my analytics account, and in the analytics account you head over to your real-time overview report, and here you'll see that I have made 2 calls to my home page and 2 calls to my subdomain, right? So we'll see, like in the page view, what you will see is all of these calls should have the internal parameter added to them. So what we do is we'll go to the page view. We have 4 page views, and inside this page view you are looking for traffic type, which is here, and all 4 page views that we just saw have the traffic type parameter added to those calls. And if you go inside of these, you'll see that these are internal, right? So that's like another way to verify the same information if your extension is working fine. And now if you like right now by default, this setting inside if your admin is, if you go into data filters, then you have internal traffic. The current state, the default state is testing, right? So during your test, you can keep this as testing, or you can just keep it forever like that. But if you just want to completely exclude all the visits, then click on active, save it, and the filter will then evaluate and apply to all the incoming data, and your visits will be filtered completely. You will have no visibility into your visits. So I like to keep it as testing because I still want to see how many visits I had to my website, and sometimes it helps in debugging also, but it entirely depends on your use case. So that's like the second way you can verify. And if you have any other queries, or if you want to read more, then we have under this left navigation we have several links to the documentation of the extension, how it works. You can just go through this. We also have listed out how to use this, how to set it up in more detail here, and also how to verify the setup. If you have any feedback, then we are always happy to hear from you. So just click on the feedback and support and click here. There's a dedicated support page on our website where you can just send in your requests, and we'll be sure to respond to them as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.